Welcome to episode 8 of Majestic Tourist with me, Rebekah Swanson, and
Eric Swanson. Your peer runners. So anyway,
my fellow peer runner.
Exactly. In this episode, we get a chance to show you some neat, awesome, amazing ruins
at Costa Maya.
We'll be right back.
See you then.
Now, in this episode, we went ahead, remember the previous episode, we booked our own excursion. We did not use Carnival. This one here, because this one is a long, long way away. Mm-hmm. There are people that actually do go ahead and book a taxi or something, take them out to the ruins. The ruins it's an hour away. This is a long, long, long way away.
It's not close to where you dock the ship. But having that excursion be one of the Carnival excursions, we didn't have the concern of being a peer runner on this one too.
So enjoy this episode. We get a chance to see the ruins. The ruins are amazing. Mm-hmm. Please subscribe. We need you to subscribe.
Ring the bell.
We'll be right back with you. You're going to enjoy this episode.
Majestic Tourist. See you soon, travelers.
All right, we want to give you a little travel log and catch you up. This is our day 3 travel log.
Yeah,
We have a lot of interesting stuff. But let's go ahead and start with the night before.
Oh.
The night before was the elegant night. It was nice.
It was very fun.
You know what? We had our favorite bottle of champagne we brought with us, and it was very, very nice. We got a chance to share it with a couple of the folks that were at the table there with us, and it was a very, very nice evening. You know, the shows here are through the roof.
We're very impressed by the quality. Absolutely.
I mean,
professional.
They're not as long as a Broadway play or a Broadway performance, whatever.
But the pieces, there's so many pieces. There's singing, there's dancing, there's set. The sets are gorgeous.
And I say the quality is right there, and you know we have more to come this week. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that was the night before, and the next day we were so excited because what we had done is we had researched out a company. I think we talked about this before. That we knew we felt solid that we're going to keep us safe in port and while we're on the island. And that was on the island of Cozumel because that's what we did today.
And we felt very safe everywhere we went on Cozumel. People were very friendly, and it does not have the dangers that you would find in other places. And because we're from Southern California, we're used to being a little cautious when we cross the border. That is not the feeling you get in Cozumel at all. We felt safe wherever we were walking or wherever we were. And because the primary means of work and income is from tourism. If a tourist gets hurt or robbed or anything, everything goes down. And because that's your focus as a group of people that live in a certain area, that's what you're going to preserve. Everyone we met was just charming and funny and wonderful and giving and warm. It was just a wonderful experience. Everyone we met was like that.
Now, that does not mean that you take your guard down, because I mean you can be in your own community and you've got to keep yourself on point. You got to make sure you're ready for anything.
People are people wherever we go.
But everywhere we ran into, you know, and of course our guide was not going to take us into areas that or probably even talk about areas that maybe were not safe. So
and let's just talk a little bit about Gabriel. Gabriel, I don't know if we can say enough about him.
Let's go back maybe before that. So anyway, we knew we had to be there earlier, right? So we kind of left us enough time. And so this is one of the things you got to think about, where you have to go to start the tour. Because most of the tours that you book through the Carnival or the cruise line you're with are usually very local to where the ship is. Mm-hmm. This is not. So you have to walk down the street to where he is.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And so
it's a long way.
It was a little challenge. We the map they sent us kind of made sense where we were. So
we needed a little help.
So at some point here, you got to think about it. It's like, all right, we're in the risk zone here again. So because we did not know, we weren't with our guide yet. And fortunately, we ran into another guide who was with another excursion company.
And he was like, oh, I'll help you get to that other excursion company. No problem. He walked with us all the way. He didn't just tell us where to go. And this is part of that warmth I was talking about. He didn't have to do that. He could have just looked on our map and drawn an arrow. He walked us all the way to where our guide was, where we met Gabriel.
And he was, and Gabriel, and it was amazing. I mean, he went and showed us.
I couldn't even tell you how much we enjoyed Gabriel.
He had so much fun with this because, and I don't think he did it just because we were filming. I think this is just part of who he is.
That's just Gabriel.
I mean, when he's talking about the Mexican GPS, I thought that was a little bit weird, but you know what? It was funny. It was his humor of the area.
The Mexican GPS he's talking about, it was a map, paper map.
Paper map.
So that was funny. But he had some jokes like that. But he is a former school teacher. I'm a school teacher. And we connected on that. And I think he just was like, oh, we're just friends and you're from out of town. And let me show you the things that I love about where I live.
So we got a chance to make it over to so we took out in the Jeep, took us over to where the tequila, now they don't make the tequila there, they make it actually in the area.
Jalisco.
Because, tequila can only be called tequila if it's made in a certain area of Mexico.
Jalisco with blue agave.
Right. So we got a chance there to and that was, I think it was...
The Reyes family.
I think it was Roberto, or I think it was Roberto that helped us, or I forgot now. But anyway, it was really a pleasure to sit down and taste the different, tequilas and so
and
forth.
I'm not a super drinker person, but it was so smooth. It was great. But you cannot buy these in liquor stores in the States because La Familia Reyes only produces enough to really sell at their family-controlled places. And they have one on Cozumel, and that's where we visited.
So anyway, we got a chance. If you are interested in buying some tequila there, be ready. It's going to be a little bit on the high end, but that's just.
And you have to ship it or take it back.
Yeah.
Careful, lad. Just make sure I don't run anything, honey.
Here's our room.
There we go. There we go.
Now indicated by your guide.
Hello travelers, we are in a VIP van and on our way to see the
There's a
ruins.
first aid kit on board.
Doesn't include us, we're not ruins.
No.
Not yet.
We're going to see him.
We're gonna go see them.
While the vehicle is
We'll be
moving,
back in a bit.
please don't
Bye,
forget.
So as you can see, it's really important to get a good guide. And you saw that we have already had excellent guides, Gabriel in Cozumel and Roberto Evan here. And his knowledge
Well, the knowledge
is
you can't beat
increasing
that.
our knowledge.
Yeah.
And it makes what we see, we understand more about what we're looking at.
So while we're here, you heard what he said. It's if we caught that, is that this isn't even the main one here. This is a different one here. So.
And I'm not sure if you saw completely that he was telling us these mounds that are all over are actually part of those cities that he was talking about, those city-states. And we're all in circular around some of the main sites. But they were all gone by the time the Spaniards came, and I had no idea.
No, it's very, very interesting. So it's this is a great place. I mean, there's a lot of different tours to do. If you haven't done this one, definitely add this
Absolutely.
You know, this is out of Costa
Maya.
Costa Maya. Thank you. And this is amazing here. So I think that you need to add this to whatever you're going to do, and a lot of people skip it.
Just can't walk around here and absorb, like you just saw, all of that history. You need that context to really appreciate where you are. Roberto Even did a great job.
Oh, excellent job.
He's done his research.
He's going to show us some more stuff here in a few moments here. Maybe we'll get some more pictures of this, and it's just through the roof. See you in a bit.
We'll see you soon, travelers.
Get a picture of us. Okay, like that one.
So some of the anthropologists believe that also in this way, like going sideways, either going up or down, is one way to show your respect of the divinity up there. So you're not there facing it or giving the back.
Right.
You know, so the way you're going, every step, it's a reverence.
It's hard to know because the people were gone by the time the archaeologists came. Right?
It's just a theory, you know? 1, 2, This tree absorbs a lot of water, lots of water. So the wood inside is really, really soft. If you go there and knock like really hard, it sounds like it was hollow, you know? So this tree of life, the Mayan tree of life, the Kapok, it's a tunnel or a snake that is connecting the three worlds, you know? I don't know if you can see, it has some huge thorns in the bark. These thorns are lost souls. People who died, but they didn't realize that they died, so they are trapped in our world. The thorn is the part that we can touch is our world, you know? So they are trapped in our world, walking among the living ones without realizing that they already passed away. So when those thorns fell off, the soul realizes it's already dead, and it starts the journey to the underworld. Remember, is the first thing, the source of life. And then there were 9 levels. If you could pass those 9 levels in the underworld, then through the hollowness of the tree, you will find the 13 levels in the upper world. If you make the 9 and then the 13, you will come back, you're reborn. If you get stuck in any of those ones, something like the purgatory, you get stuck forever. But and that's why this temple originally had 9 bases. So there are the 9 levels of the underworld. Okay? But when we reincarnate, according to the Mayas, we will reincarnate as a human beings. Once again, it's a metaphor, okay? We will reincarnate as a corn, the divine plant that is the sustenance of the rest. So like you die, they bury you, you fertilize the land where the corn is gonna bloom. So you're gonna live forever because you're gonna be you'll be feeding with your own flesh the next generations. You know? So you live forever.
Yum. Go bang on the tree.
Go bang on the tree.
Wake up all the lost souls. Tell them to get going.
Corey has one of these still, I think. He has one like this.
Top of tree?
Yeah,
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Look, this is the way that the whole city was found in the 1940s. This is another temple, guys, that is hidden. You realize?
This is another temple.
It's another structure. Remember that I told you?
Every bump, every hill.
Every bump, it's a structure. So this one, due to the position, location, and size, is probably the ruler's palace. As wasn't the main one, they didn't excavate it, because imagine to turn this dirt you see now in the temple that you just saw. Because this is the way that everything used to look like. So in the 1940s, Mr. Peter Harrison was making his thesis, in archaeology, so he found Chacchoben for the work. So the 98% of the city looks like this one right now.
Covered with trees and forest.
Exactly.
So they excavated the other, cleaned off everything, so they could study it, crawl down in it,
Exactly.
and give an approximate age.
Excuse me?
Give it an age, how old it was. They could.
Well, the thing about this architecture is that it's little by little. They never dare to rose up these temples in one effort. The temple we saw is actually the third one inside of other 2. So it was more than normal to build one and then overlap one in the top and then overlap another one and another one. So yes, it's by layers, little by layers.
Still can. Pretty
But
soon
that's
these
right,
days
right.
Aren't gonna work anymore.
That's very true. Feel those days are coming soon. All right, be careful. Remember, you have to walk sideways, right? Talk about that.
It's called the Mayan shuffle.
The last one is way higher. Watch out, please. Ah, yours. No.
Oh, I
Come on,
tried
come on,
to
come on.
be. Thank you.
Perfect, amigos. Keep the right. Don't talk with these strangers, please.
So these are so close. Would this be a whole different group then that would worship here?
It's like all this that we're watching would be something like the city hall for us. You know?
So different city hall?
So all this is part of the
Five
thing.
buildings that I mentioned is restored. Part of the building is possible to enjoy this tour. It's up the stairs.
Perfect. So look, we're going up and we will come back the same way. If some of you does not want to come up, it's not necessary because we will come the same way, but it's worth it. So if you want to try, let's do it. If you need some help, take the weight of the next temple, you know? And if you realize they also build a palace in the top. That palace also is marking the three suns, the equinoxes, winter solstice and summer solstice. And then there was a fourth layer that they did, but not to make it bigger. If you look around you, they delimitate this square. All this is still buried, you know, but all these ones were bleachers. That's why if you take a look in the first 5 steps, they are kind of wider and higher. It's because we're bleachers too. You know, how do we know that was a ceremonial square and not just a regular square? Because we have the altar in the center. Even though the rulers used to take the top and appear when the sun was there, in the rest of the ceremonies, like the administrative ceremonies, they actually used to take the center and then everybody around, like in Europe, you know, like the similar conception. Okay? Muy bien. Do you have questions here? Something you would like to add? Some greetings, some complaints? No?
Do we know if there were like games and stuff out here too?
Excuse me?
Were there like games and sports?
Yes,
That would
yes they
happen out
were.
here in the center?
But actually they didn't know it. So the ball game course is underneath the road that we bought here.
Okay.
Because they didn't know that was there. You know, so they just made the road and then they realized that the game was there. The course.
Okay.
Yes? Alright, I don't know if you would like to take some pictures. And from here we're gonna start to walk back. Alright, okay. Perfect. If you want to start to walk back, all straight and then the left. All straight and then the left. Straight and left. There.
So, these are offices up here that we're seeing. We're guessing these are not rooms. Bedrooms or so.
They decided the difference between a bedroom and an office was that a bedroom would have a bed, an office would be empty of any kind of other furnishings. And then this would be the square where they would hold events, and there's an altar behind us. So the space was the altar, and these were used as bleachers.
Yeah, I thought the bleachers part was interesting because you know you've seen pictures where people have tried to figure out what they actually were, but now that totally makes sense that this is the altar is
An
out here
open
in the
area.
middle. So, you know,
And we could be totally wrong. I think in 2,000 years, people will dig up folks and go, oh, these people had something happened to them. They're all flabby.
I guess that's the
And
progress.
they just watch TV.
The progress of archaeology. I guess.
They watched a rectangle of some sort. We can't tell what it is. So I think it's all a guess. And guessing is part of science. And sometimes you're right. And sometimes you revise what you've guessed. And this happened over and over with this particular area. Oh, something bit me.
All right, we better catch up. He's saying we're lagging too much. Oh, is that the altar right there then?
I don't have it done.
You just got bit. This is the altar here.
Yeah, where that man's sitting, he's going to be sacrificed at 5.
Oh, the guy in the blue shirt?
Yeah.
Be sacrificed at 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sacrifice tonight at 5.
In a red dye on it.
Oh, so you can see it.
It's almost
how it
nothing.
used to be.
What is left? Almost nothing. But let me give you
It's original.
the picture. You can find part of the red dye already here.
Look around, hope no one.
Almost nothing, right? But you can find
Yeah,
it.
it's just tinged.
Right.
Stalk. But then over there,
The same color as that archaeologist.
the same color than the picture, no? And then right here in the bottom, you will find some other with a bit of the red. I'll see you here in a moment.
So up there, you can see that the rocks are set differently and they're more dense. So this is probably third layer down. That's probably the second layer down with the original reddish color that's now turned pink, of course. Been told by our guide it is forbidden to fall.
It's cameraman.
But if you were to fall gracefully.
This is how cameraman works. See how the layers are still adding up?
Oh, this, you can really see the outside layer here. So the next, so behind us we have the next one of the temple. So this would be more of a city hall kind of confabulation. And as our guide told us, the people were not here by the time the Spaniards came. So they did not eliminate this culture. The culture eliminated itself.
What's interesting is that what we're seeing is really the base, the structure, because on top of this, and you can see the background, there was like a stucco and a finish coat that actually went over this to make it look whatever they wanted to.
And very brightly
view
colored.
They wanted to make. Yeah.
They're pretty sure it was very brightly colored.
Yeah.
So these are 2 or 3 layers down from the original structure. And this one is spectacular. So we were here during the solstice. So we're looking for alignments because all of these were made in alignment for the winter and the summer solstice. Mathematically, using Fibonacci numbers. Make hey turn around monkey sounds.
There you go.
Turn around.
There you go.
Hey, banana.
All right, amigos, let's start to go down, please.
You're teaching us how to cuss in Mayan?
Yes. Not of course, just to send your husband to share.
Oh,
Makachi.
So we went ahead and we did our video log in the morning.
I really enjoyed this excursion. There were a number of different choices that we could have made to do the same excursion to the ruins.
But the pressure I felt on me was we're going to be on time. We're not doing
yes.
So we got an excursion. We're not going to have this excursion leaving on us here. So anyway, it wasn't the ruins. Our guide was amazing. I mean, and it was amazing to listen to the person playing the harp there off the pier. Oh gosh, if we weren't running so late, I could hung around that for gosh, a long time just listening to that.
Very interesting.
So you know what? It was a beautiful place. I hope you enjoyed this episode. These ruins are something, if you're down there, you got to go see these things.
Don't miss them.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe.
Ring the bell.
You know what? Episode number 9 is coming soon. And like I said, when we get to episode 10 at the end there, we're going to be talking about a lot of the details, a little bit of what we've done here.
Exactly.
On this, so that you get a chance.
Know what to think about, what to plan for.
Exactly. We'll see you in the next episode.
See you soon, travelers.